Hello, ignore the incredible eye bags here, but I'm just reading through the comments on my last video, and so many of you guys are, well, actually it's very split. A lot of people are like, 300,000 is way too much to spend on a house, and then other people are like, are you kidding? That is so cheap! So I just kind of wanted to reply to some of those comments because quickly, of course it matters where you live because the housing market is different. 300,000 where I live, and you have to keep in mind it's in Canadian dollars, and I converted that to US, which is like $225,000 US because the Canadian dollar is weaker right now. But it's a very affordable price in Canada. Or not in Canada, in where I live, the housing market where I live, this is very affordable. If you go to Vancouver, some houses are like $1 million, and that's like starting. Like that's like crappy fixer-upper because Vancouver is such a it's such a popular place to go. And then there were comments saying like in Ontario or Toronto, it's insanely expensive, like $700,000. Fuck, somebody said like in Texas, a great 5-bedroom house is like, I think they said $200,000. And I was just like, I watch a lot of HGTV, so I realized that like in Texas and Tennessee, I think it's like very, very cheap. And I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck? Why can't I live there? I want to live in a place where $300,000 gets me like a 5-bedroom, 10-story, you know? But either way, the houses that I'm looking at are really, really nice, and it's a total buyer's market right now, so there's a lot of negotiation that can go on, which is good. Hey, fuzzy head. Oh, fuzzy head. So I also filled out, I'm gonna cover up the addresses here, but I also did my patron cards today, so that's going well. And then I've got all of my to-dos, so many things, many to-dos. Well, now that I look like I have dirt all over my face, let's vlog. I'm self-tanning because I've been very pale for a very long time. And I just finished work stuff, so I figured, hey, now that I could leave the house, why not slather myself with self-tanner, right? I cannot take myself seriously. I look like I just rolled around in a big pile of dirt. Morning! It is Tuesday today. Let's go, bub, down the stairs. Thank you. My dog always stops halfway down the stairs and looks back at me like I'm just gonna like start going down and then run away and ditch his ass, which is like, I've never done that. Why are you so paranoid every time? Let's go say. It's really nice out today. The snow all melted, so I'm feeling good. Also, hey, this is, I think, the first time I've had like legit makeup on. Like I went like semi-full glam. Although full glam is more of a smoky eye with eyelashes, but this is like half glam with the blonde hair, and I'm kind of fucking digging it. And I also like that I can get away with having lighter eyes with the blonde hair, because when I had like really dark brown hair, it just kind of like made me look like a corpse, you know? So I'm kind of digging it. You wanna come outside since you know, barked at me until I came downstairs? You at all interested in doing what, you know, we had basically agreed on doing if we came downstairs? Like, we talked it over. I was like, you have to go poop, and you ran downstairs still, which I think is like a gentleman's agreement that you indeed have to go poop, right? Dogs, man. This morning I wrote some of my paper, which I'm hoping to have done by the end of the week. So I'm just kind of working on little sections every day, and I find that I actually am kind of motivated to write it in the mornings, which is not what I expected. Usually I have to like pour coffee down my gullet and like tie myself to the couch and force myself to write the paper. But I'm actually kind of motivated because the topic's interesting. It's all about ethics and psychology, which is kind of cool. So I'm gonna go and get some groceries after Buddy sometime soon hopefully decides to cooperate with me. And then I'm gonna bring the bottles in, hopefully make a little bit of money there. And come home. I have Skype calls today, which is, oh, I'm excited. I have a couple of them today and a couple of them tomorrow. And then I have to pick up my brother from the airport at midnight, which is great. And then tomorrow I have a meeting with my financial guy, And then the rest of the week I'm just working like crazy on assignments because I have a lot of them to get done. Hello there. So it's almost 2 o'clock, so I almost have to get onto a Skype call, which is going to be fun. And then I didn't end up getting, I don't even know if I mentioned it, but I was supposed to pick up some prescriptions for some people in my family, and I don't know what it is about today, but I have just not felt it, you know when you're having really high anxiety days and it's just consistent, like throughout whatever you're doing. Like just before I left the house I started to feel really anxious, and I like sat down for a second and I kind of gathered myself. And then even driving I was feeling really anxious, walking around the grocery store I was feeling really anxious, and you know, I was like, it's fine, you just need to go do one more thing. I literally was in the pharmacy, in line, about to walk up, and I just felt like I was gonna pass out. My heart was beating so fast. I haven't had like a near anxiety attack in public in a really, really long time. So it was like fight or flight mode intensely. So I left and I just went and sat in my car, and I was trying to decide if I wanted to go back in, and I was just shaky and like not great, and like I haven't had such high anxiety in a long time. So I came back home, took an Ativan. I feel better. I took like half an hour after I got home and put away the groceries and everything to just kind of sit, you know, relax. I watched the end of the Louis C.K. thing, which comedy is always like my go-to. If I just need to shut off my mind, comedy is what I go to. So I'm feeling better now, which is good because I always hate the idea of like being just like super off when I'm doing Skype calls. Okay, so I have done my Skype call. I finished some more school. I have had time for the Ativan to sink in, and I am a big believer for myself and my anxiety. If I ever have to like choose the flight method of fight or flight, because I literally felt like I was about to pass out. So I got out of there, and I respect my decision, but I still have stuff I need to do. So now that I have taken the steps that make me more comfortable in the situation, I'm going to go back out and I'm going to pick up the prescription, mail the patron letters, so those are coming at you. If you prefer email addresses, I already sent those via email. So I think that's it. I'm going to go do that. It'll take me like 10 minutes and everything will be fine. I don't know what it is about today, but my anxiety, even with the Ativan, like it's less, but it's still like a lot compared to yesterday or the day before. Like I don't know what it is. And I've been exercising more and I've been eating better. Like the last 3 days I've been really on track. I've been tracking my food, and that's the first time I've ever done that, like really seriously. I've been tracking my food on I think it's MyFitnessPal. It's just an app. Sorry, there's the sunbeams in your face, and it's just really frustrating to me. Not that I haven't seen progress, because I feel like less bloated and whatever, and that's cool, but the fact that like I'm doing all these things that are supposed to help with anxiety, and today I have the worst anxiety I've had. I don't even know, like I haven't been one of the things with my anxiety is I a lot of the times don't feel like awesome when I leave the house, right? Like I live very far away from people, which is why I'm excited to get a house, like, you know, with closer neighbors and a community, and I can walk to places like coffee shops and things like that instead of driving, because I feel like I'm very isolated, and that just adds to kind of just my anxiety. It adds to the isolation that my anxiety already promotes, and then living out there, it kind of is like another factor that makes it easy for me to isolate myself, right? So I'm excited to get into a place where I'm around more people, but because I'm so isolated a lot of the time, working from home, doing school from home, all that sort of stuff, whenever I leave the house, I get a little spike of anxiety. And it tends to, you know, make me feel a little dizzy, a little weak on my feet, but I haven't had anxiety going out to places that I've been to often that like are within my comfort zone, where I almost have an anxiety attack in a very long time. I'm frustrated that I'm having such a bad day, but I also think just kind of getting out of the very deepest level of my bad day, I have more of a rational outlook on it. And I can see rationally that it is one bad day. This is not how you're going to feel forever. Yesterday I felt great, the day before that I felt great, the day before that I felt great. Like, I hung out with a bunch of people over the last week and a half. I've been social and being healthy to my body and to my mind, and I think that's why I'm so frustrated and down on myself when I'm down in that like deep anxious pit, that I'm having that deep anxious pit because I've been doing so well and improving so many different factors of my life, that it's frustrating that I would even have a bad day. But then again, you have to sit there and be like, you have an anxiety disorder. It's not just gonna be all fucking rainbows and sunshines just because you're eating more fruits and vegetables and you exercise more. It helps a lot and it reduces the bad days a lot, but it doesn't get rid of them. Yeah, son, we back. Everything was good. Got my Timmies because, I don't know, I fucking wanted some. So, got some bitches. And, okay, now I'm gonna just hang out with my dog and eat something, watch some YouTube videos, and then probably get back to this project because I kind of want to roll with it. Good day. Sorry, bad lighting. It's almost 2. I swear to God, this cough will never go away. This will be my companion until the day that I die. So I filmed 3 dirty Q&As, 2 for Patreon this month, and then I'm going to put 1 on my main channel instead of on my second channel. So we'll do that. I'm just going to edit all those, and then I'm going to take a little nap because I also had a financial meeting today, and then I had so much work on my assignment. So much fucking work. And I got an email from my professor and he's like, looks like you're on the right track. I would just switch this thing, and switching this thing made me have to go back through all my examples and switch it. So I had to ask 1 question. So before I actually switch everything, I am waiting for his feedback. So once I get that, hopefully today I will go back and do that. Got a little static on your face. You're crazy. You're crazy. You're so crazy. I'm liking the hair around your eyes. That looks good like that. Looks great. Oh, some nice ass shots. There we go. Hello, it is a couple of hours later. I finished the assignment, did some chore stuff, cleaned up my room, took Buddy out. We took a little walk, and I'm making some Ichiban because that's what I eat. Hey, so I just finished visiting my grandparents, and now I ordered that pizza because I never actually got my celebration pizza, which is unacceptable. Are you fucking serious, dude? You can't just expect to get in. Oh my god, I just saw the stupidest fucking thing. Anyways, we all know what stupid drivers look like. I don't have to explain this to you. But, what the fuck? And now he's not even going that way. I don't understand. The stupidity is too much. It's too much. Yesterday I had a really bad anxiety day. Like, do you know those days where all you feel like you need to do is just cry? Like, I felt like I just fucking needed to cry all evening, and I don't know why. And it's such a weird thing. I was talking to Bronwyn about it, and we were just saying how it's weird to talk about our emotions. Like, I feel like I'm good at listening to other people's emotions and advising on other people's emotions. But when it comes to like, how are you doing? It's either like fine, or it's me talking about anxiety in a very like clinical way where it's like, I'm okay, my anxiety is a little bit up, it's uncomfortable, not a big fan of it, but rarely do I ever get into like, I've been feeling sad and I feel a little, like even now I can't say it with like a straight serious voice because it makes me so fucking uncomfortable. So that is something I need to work on. And then I'm also going to make a call to get back into therapy probably sometime next week because it's late on Friday and they close early, the place that I go to, so I'll probably do that next week. And I might also have to end up going to my doctor. I guess I'm going to go to my doctor and get back on some medications, because here's the thing. For me, getting off of medication was because I was in a good place, and I'm in less of a good place now. It was because I wasn't certain that medication was doing much of anything for me, and I kind of wanted to test it by coming off completely. And now after having done all that, I can say, are you gonna get in or are you just gonna, alright, well then don't, that's fine too. Now after having done all that, I can say, dude, the fucking lane ends. What are you doing? What you doing? But, fuck, now I can say that I know it does something. Jesus Christ, get to your point a little faster, please. Fuck, I'm about to hold up some hella traffic right now. Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. Just kidding. I'm not holding up shit. Look at that. Amazing. So it was just, it's just been a rough, it is so overcast. It's been a rough little while. Couple of weeks. I've been struggling a little bit. And I feel like I've been sharing it kind of, but I also feel like I've been sharing it again in a very clinical way. Like I can say, no, I need my sunglasses back on. I can say I've been struggling, but it's like, all right, what does that mean? Like, I want to get better at talking about this stuff. Not only so I can share it better with you guys, because the messages that really touch me the deepest are the messages that say, like, I also have anxiety, or I'm also going through this, or whatever, and you being able to talk about it helped me feel normal, or helped me feel okay. And those are the messages that, like, I continue to talk about my anxiety on a platform, and I want to be able to talk about it better, so you guys who might, you know, feel still a little bit isolated by your symptoms, because yesterday I was just in such a crap mood and I was so sad, and it's hard to get out of those moods when, for me, it feels like this is what my life is from now on. Like, whenever I'm in one of those really down moods, it's like, well, welcome to your new reality, because this is as good as it gets. Everything sucks from now on. This is your new life. And it's hard to remember that, no, this is a bad day. You have had bad days before. You come out of them, and things will be okay again. It's such a hard thing to remember that, and you feel like you're the only one who's in this place dealing with this thing. So I made myself text like 3 of my friends, and we all just got into this big conversation about anxiety and how it sucks and how we hate it and how, oh my god, if we could flip it off with a switch, we would do that, because no one with anxiety is sitting here being like, I really think it made me grow as a person. I love it, because it fucking sucks. Like, I don't want to be afraid to go to the grocery store because one time I had an almost panic attack there. Like, fuck that. But that's what my life is, you know? And it's annoying, and it holds me back, and it makes me feel like I don't know myself fully. I don't know who I am beneath all of my anxiety. Like, what part of me is anxiety? What part is just me? Do I really not like going to clubs? Or is that just my anxiety being like, it's too loud, we don't appreciate that? Like, I don't know. So, fuck, sorry, this cough. But we were just talking all about it, and it really, that's the one thing I would say, is have some fucking people that you can talk to this about. Whether it be friends, or a therapist, or a parent, whatever. Whoever your people are, if they're online, who cares? Just have somebody that you can reach out to, because just having that conversation with these 3 people over text message for like an hour helped me go from like, oh my god, my life is shit, to like, oh, right, remember the last time that this happened and how you're better now and everything's fine, got it. So that would be my rant and bitching, and also ending off with a piece of advice, because what else is new in these vlogs? So yeah, these are pretty much car therapy sessions. That's what these are going to become to be known. And I'm also at a stoplight, so I'm going to turn on some music, but let me know down below, like, just let's fucking talk about anxiety down below and how much it can blow. Hey, super abrupt ending. It's later that evening. What I would really like to hear from you guys, aside from just like everything anxiety in general, is what do you use as like coping mechanisms? What helps you, whether it's, you know, just your mind is racing, or if you're actually in a place in public, what helps you if you feel an attack coming on? Because I want to talk about that. I'll probably touch on that in next vlog once I hear all your guys' stuff, but I feel like that could be really helpful if somebody has a technique that no one else has tried or someone else hasn't tried and maybe it works for them. So share your techniques down below. I'm gonna go before I start coughing. Too late. Okay, bye. P.S. The winner from last week with the 4 Rimmel lipsticks didn't reply, so I'm going to be picking 2 winners right now, and then we're going to end the vlog, and next week I'll insert some more giveaway stuff, but this vlog's just really long, so we'll do that in the next vlog. We'll talk about more anxiety stuff, and I'm just going to show you. Just email me your name and your address, and I will send all the giveaway stuff out. Okay, so the winner of the palettes is Megan Louise Sharkley, so you win the palettes, just email me. And then Christine, you're the new winner of the lipsticks, so again, both of you, if you could just come here, go down here, and email me at this email address.